Okay, and while we're waiting, I will share it over into my Facebook group, my Facebook page. Thank you for joining me. Hoping to do this smoothly today, so we will wait and see. If you're watching me live, am I on right? Please tell me I'm right. It's all the white way. Yay, Linda! Wow, thank you so much for being here. All the way from across the Pacific. I'm on YouTube, yes. That's the plan. I was going live on Facebook, and then I tried a few times and was successful going live over here. And then for the past 3 weeks, I've been having all sorts of issues. So rather than doing it through my day, through my night, I decided that I would try doing it through my day. So this is what I'm trialing this time. But before I go any further, I want to share this over on my page, because you never know, someone might be lurking. And this is a new time for me, so I'm hoping that I might Wednesdays would probably suit me better. Vicky's here, Beb's here. Come on in, have a seat. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching it on replay, thank you so much for your company. And we will endeavour to get through this today. Fingers crossed. I have my fingers crossed. So today I want to recreate this card. I made this for Colour Inspiration Challenge 140, which went live last night in Australia. And this was the inspiration photo, quite Easterish. And these were the colours that we were asked to use. Lovely, soft, subtle, pretty colours. So, and I don't have anything Easter. I'm not one for Easter cards, unfortunately. So I looked at my stash and decided I would get out the Queen Bee bundle, and this is what I created. So for this card, I've stamped on my card base, and I've actually stamped around the edge of my DSP. And then it might be a little bit hard to pick it up on the camera, but I've actually stamped my bee in early espresso and then coloured it in with the Saffron and the that pink, Petal Pink, and the soft sea foam. And I tried to do a little bit something fancy with my sentiment up the top here, and I don't mind how that's turned out. So we will try and repeat the same again today, and a tiny little bit of wink of Stella on those little flowers down the bottom and on the heart, which I think just adds a little bit of pizzazz. And of course I couldn't let my envelope go blank, and I've stamped on the flap of my envelope, which is a nice surprise for anyone who receives it. All right, that's our inspiration photo. I will leave this here for reference. Okay, so the papers I've used are the Hello Irresistible 6x6, and I wanted to grab out, because it has the soft sea foam, and you could easily use this side, but I wanted to use this soft grungy kind of side. So that's what we've done today. There is possibly even like you could use any of these of the lighter colors for this. You know, that would also look pretty done up. And my scraps I keep in a separate bag so they don't get lost and go everywhere. All right. Queen Bee dies, which coordinate with the Queen Bee bundle. At the moment, if you buy both, there's a 10% discount. I can't say one way or another where this will be carrying over or not, but if it does, you won't get that 10% discount for it being a bundle. Bundles very rarely carry over into a new catalogue with that discount. They normally separate them, so get it if you want it, get it now if you don't have it. And I've used the Iridescent Rhinestones on the front of my card. I've nearly used the smaller ones, but there's a few big ones there. All right, your Stampin Blends. I've got the Dark Sea Foam and the Dark So Saffron and the Dark Petal Pink, and my Winker Stella. What else did we need? Daubers for the sentiment. I'm going to ink up and then dauber the darker color to get that. And early espresso ink to stamp your bee, your soft sea foam to do your other stamping, and your Petal Pink. Did I do the inside? Oh yes, I did the inside as well. So that's the same stamp as the front, but it's just second generation, so it's very subtle. And that's matted on a piece of soft sea foam. Okay, so that's what we're looking to do this afternoon. Yep, I'll leave that there. And Jan's here too. Oh, Jan, you can't sleep. Oh, mate. Yeah. I've been having issues too recently. Because it's been so hot, I've been drinking so much water, and then, you know, anywhere from midnight through to 3 o'clock, I'll wake up and have to go to the toilet. And then that's it, because then I go back to bed and start thinking about things. Don't lose that. I've got a tiny little die cut heart there. Okay, so what do we need? We've got an envelope. We have a basic white card base in thick. We have a piece of, I think I need a second piece of bloomin', no, that's my DSP. So the DSP goes on there this way after we stamp it on the edges, and then basic white and soft sea foam, mat that up after we stamp it, and we'll do that now. So we can glue that in. Right, so this is the image that I have used. Oh, decaf tea at the moment. Oh, that'd be lovely, Jan. Thank you. Freddie's snoring. Oh, yeah. I think my husband uses a CPAP machine, and I think I need to go and get one too, because I kind of wake myself up a lot. All right, so here we go. Ink up. I'm only inking up a little bit. I'm going to stamp off. Oops, do that again because I haven't. And a little bit in this corner. Oh, that didn't work at all. What's going on? I'm just going to go over the top. There we go. I think my ink pad probably needs re-inking, is my problem. All right, so there's that. I will glue that in, and I use my liquid glue. Might smother him. Just don't leave evidence, Jan, okay? That's what Lisa tells her kids. Whatever you do, don't leave evidence. Which is great advice, I think. All right, where's my card base? I hope this fits. It looks a bit big, but nope, all good. All right, so there's, that border is kind of a little bit larger than what I would like, but all good. And I'm just going to run my bone folder down that edge just to smooth it out, because when you cut it, the wrong side will have a raised edge, and you can just run your bone folder over just to smooth it down. All right, so there we go. There's the inside. To do the next bit, we're going to soft sea foam again with the same stamp, and we're going to go opposite corners this time, full strength, first generation. We're going to flip it around, and I would really like to get a piece of scrap paper here. Got a piece of scrap paper. Right, because what I'm doing is I'm a bit worried because I've put this on the inside, and if I stamp that, I'm worried that it's not going to give a proper image. So I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to put it up close to that score line, but not over it, because what happens is that there, because it's, even though it's just a tiny little piece of paper and it's only thin, it will still leave a little bit of a halo, what we call a halo, an area where it won't stamp. So we're going to put that in and stamp that, and it still happened, but that's okay. I might just, what I might do, if I got my green, just a little bit of green. Top and bottom. Okay, that kind of hides it a little bit. Okay, now our DSP. Now I've cut this down to measure, I think it's maybe half an inch smaller than my card front. I don't give out measurements here. Yes, half an inch, because you make your card front different to how I make my cards. So if I give you a half an inch border, which will give you a 1/4 of an inch border once all the way around. So trim it down half an inch smaller, which gives you a 1/4 of an inch border. And now we will get the grungy font stamp here. Seaside spray again. Maureen's here too. Wow, I've got a few of you from here, from overseas rather. Thank you so much for being here, Maureen. Right. How's the weather at your place, Maureen? Has it settled down? Bev's got it cool today, and I can't wait for that to hit in Queensland, honest to God. Okay, all right. So what I've gone and done is, using this grungy kind of dotty alphabet-y font image here, I've gone around, right around the edges, trying to get it as straight as I can. And I'm stamping until, honest to goodness, I'm just stamping until I've got no ink left. Trying to get it straight. And I'll turn it around, but don't forget to turn your stamp around because you're going the opposite way now. Upside down, Miss Jane. and I'm wanting it just a little bit darker, so I'm going back over it. And that kind of gives like a little bit of a vignette thing happening. All right, so really rough. There's no rhyme or reason with that. Just go for it. Okay, so we can glue that on. You know, depending on your mode of operation, you might prefer to put everything else together first and then stick this on once you've got all this all organized. Okay, just pull that across. Okay, now to save a little bit of time, I have done a little bit of this prep work first. So I have die cut my flowers, Petal Pink, and there should be 3 white ones. There's the third. And I've got hearts. I die cut 3 just in case they got lost. I've got 2 of the circular-ish half circle foliage, which will go there, and my bee will go there, and then my flowers will go on the top. We will we might just go ahead while we're stamping, we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, so I'm not sure, a few of you have seen this little trick. All right, oh, my magnets. So I've got a sheet of clear plastic. It's actually Quilter's template plastic, but you can use acetate, you can use packaging, anything really that you can see through. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp, I'm actually going to stamp it in. Stamp both the happy and the birthday in. And make sure that my plastic is right up into that corner and secure that. I'm going to stamp that, so, and that is like a reference, and it's a little bit like the old Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, this technique. Okay, where's my, now I have to wipe my stamps off really well. Okay. So I'm going to get my tag. This is the tag out of the dies, the Queen Bee dies, and I'm going to slip it under, get it where I need it to be, which is a bit hard when you've got a camera in your face. All right, okay, so carefully lift that up, and we're going to secure that, and I hope that works because it's a little bit little. My cardstock's a little bit little. And going back now, I'm going to stamp it in the soft sea foam. All right, so there's our happy. I'm going to bring this back in, lift my magnet, and pull this down now so that I can line up my birthday. All right, happy with that. Lift it up really carefully, secure it with your magnet. All right, so I'm going to first add a little bit of ink, soft sea foam ink, and then I'm going to get my dauber and very, very gently, I don't know whether, very, very gently just add a tiny little bit of early espresso across the bottom, and I think that's way too heavy somehow. So I might just get my soft seafoam ink and just blend it out just a little bit. Okay, I still think it's going to be a bit dark, but anyway, trust the process. It is a bit dark, but that's okay. It's not too shabby. All right, so there's your sentiment. We're just going to glue that on, but we'll do the we'll do everything else first, okay? And I'm just going to get my wet cloth here and just wipe that clean. Otherwise, I'm going to get early espresso ink everywhere. So that's done and done. Stamping on. I know, Lisa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's something that we all tend to forget to do. And I thought I was looking for some DSP in the soft sea foam, one of the challenge colors, and I thought, oh, you know what would look really good is having that stamping around the edge. So, and if you watch Ruth, she does it a little bit too, which is great, and that kind of reminds me a little bit. All right, so coloring our flowers, the dark, I wanted to use the dark saffron, and I'm just going to add a little bit of color to the petals. And I think there's one in here. And this one over on the other side. I'm not being too fussy with how it's going on. And then I also went and did these little ones. Now these outside flowers do have leaves there, so I think I got them all. Dark petal pink for the centers, and I'm only just adding a dot because the image, oh no, that's that. Okay, and then the soft sea foam, again dark, just for a little bit of color on the leaves. And these ones down here, just tiny, there's tiny little ones in the middle row and the bottom row. Okay, so that's all that's done. I'm going to add 2 dimensionals to each wing. And I'm going to just shape it with my fingers and add a line of glue down the center. If you wanted more dimensional on your bee, you could add dimensionals down the body and add 2 dimensionals to the wing. All right, so roughly we're going to get this in the center. Oh, what have we got here? So that's 1, 2. It's kind of, no, that looks more center-ish. Anyway. Using your grid paper. If you've got grid paper, you can use that to find your middle. It's probably not. Oh, girls, I forgot to tape the backs off my dimensionals. Did someone scream me? Scream at me? You got it. Ah, lol. All right, there we go. All right, and that just holds those wings up while the rest of it is flat against the card front. And before I go any further, I'm going to grab my glue and add my heart there to the middle. And I need my take a pick tool would be. And I'm going to get this. Oh, there we go. So that's there. That worked well. Okay, it's a bit this way, but that's okay. So now we're going to add our die cuts. And so what I like to do is where there's larger spots of card, and now if you wanted to, you could shape this a little bit with your bone folder or your fingers very gently, because it is quite delicate. And we're going to add this like that. And I've got ink on my nail. Okay, so the happy birthday I'm putting directly to the card front with a bit of glue. And then we will get this, the top die cut, and again where there's a little bit of extra cardstock where those leaves join in with that semicircle there, and then we will I have got that just a little bit too high. Dang it. And I do like having that connection with the die cut, with the sentiment and with the bee. Oh, that's moved. The naughty thing. Can I get that back? There we go. Okay. Now these flowers, I've added a mini dimensional under, when I get my mini dimensionals, I've added a mini dimensional under the middle one, but I might just, and then I've added a glue dot. Now a glue dot will give you just a tiny little bit of height, not as much as a dimensional, but enough so that it's not quite flat. And I've offset my petals. And that goes in the middle. Like so. That's not quite where I want it to be either, but that's all right. There we go. And then the two other little white ones, again, I've put them down, attached them with a glue dot, again, just for that tiny little bit of extra height. Not quite as high as the dimensional, but just something to lift it up. Just a little bit of height going on there. Okay, and we will now colour them in with my Stella pen. When I find it, it's gone missing. All right, a little bit of wink on my heart here in the middle, and then a little bit of wink on my flowers. What bee doesn't like a little bit of glitter and glamour? Okay, and then we will add, where's our gems, our jewels, and we'll just grab 3 of the middle-sized gems. You get 3 sizes when you get a packet of these rhinestones. You get a small, medium, and large. Oh, come on. Stay. There we go. All right. So there's our card. There's the inside of our card, all nice and pretty. And to do the envelope, let me clear a spot here. I need my soft sea foam and the same stamp. We will grab, that's the one that's already stamped. Better not do that one again. Colouring your dimension. Jan, I do it because my eyes are old and I need all the help I can get. And that way I know if I've taken the backs off or not. Like, all right, a little bit of, this kind of curves the other way, but you can get it to work. All right, and whatever, the brightest colour in my Stampin Blends that I've got, like either the Parakeet Party or the Tahitian Tide, something nice and bright so these eyes can see. Okay, so there's our card and there's our envelope. Done. Oh, me too, Jan. I'm worried about next time I go to the optometrist. And I need to go because these glasses aren't working for me very well. But my daughter's getting married. My daughter's getting married in August, and I'm trying to put off getting new glasses until I know, until I've got my dress picked out, because then I'll try and coordinate with my dress. Believe it or not, I'm a bit fussy like that, a bit special. It's a pretty bee. Thanks, Vicky. Glad you like it. If you have a birthday coming up, these just might be in the post to you. You never know. I know Vicky's had her birthday. And I think Linda has too, if she's still here. But, you know. Thanks, Maureen. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. It is a special day. And my daughter isn't really too fussed on what we wear or how we look. She wants it to be very relaxed, but you know, I am what I am, and I like to be all matchy, so nothing she can say is going to change that, unfortunately. It is what it is. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you. Oh, okay. Are you with me? Because I'm having a line. I'm hoping everyone is still here. Oh, yep. Because I've got my little wheel turning there, and I wasn't sure whether you were still with me or not. My camera is still working, so that's good. Yeah, so I think this has worked so much better today than what it did, what it's doing at night time, but I have changed things around at home too a little bit, so that's good. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on replay and you like what you see, a thumbs up would be really great. If you'd like to see more of what I do, please hit that notification bell, and that will hopefully notify you when I go live again next time. I'm thinking that I will probably swap back to a Wednesday afternoon rather than a Thursday afternoon. It just fits my days a little bit better. I seem to have more going on a Thursday. So Wednesdays would probably be better. But that means I can't show you, I won't be able to show you my color inspiration card because it doesn't go live until the Wednesday night. Okay guys, I'll say goodbye and hopefully we will see you all again real soon. Okay, have a great week. Bye everyone.